By way of introduction, today's session is for support leaders modernizing their AI-centric operations and preparing for a future where elastic, pay-when-needed human support becomes essential. Leading us is Craig Mills, CEO and co-founder of Sirius Support. Craig is a 20-year support executive who's helped organizations evolve from traditional models to flexible, cost-aligned, AI-first support with a modern human layer. Please join me in welcoming Craig Mills.
Thank you, Hamza. Welcome, everybody. Today, we're going to explore how to build an elastic, pay-when-needed human layer that seamlessly complements your AI-driven support environment. AI has very much become the front door for nearly every customer interaction, and expectations on that continue to rise. However, regulators are continuing to signal that they are about to bring meaningful change. When you put all of that together, it's clear that 2026 will be a defining year for support organizations. We've got a packed agenda ahead, and here's what we're going to be covering. Why 2026 forces a shift in how support teams operate, how AI-first, human-by-design models actually work, what is elastic, pay-when-needed human support, and how to align costs to real ticket demand. Key regulatory pressures and rising CFO expectations, a quick walkthrough of a case study, and then helping you build a clear roadmap for 2026 readiness. AI is accelerating rapidly, and it should be the first line of defense in any modern support environment. But as automation improves, customer expectations for human empathy are actually rising, not falling. PwC found that 82% of customers still want a human when emotions run high, when issues are complex, sensitive, or trust is on the line. Automation can resolve volume, but empathy is still where human expectation is. At the same time, regulators are signaling clear risks with AI-only support models. Accountability, transparency, and human escalation are becoming table stakes, not operational safeguards. Layer onto that CFO mandates for variable cost operations. Those fixed headcount models no longer align with how support demands behave, or how finance expects teams to operate. This puts support leaders in a tough spot. You must deliver empathy, compliance, and quality without carrying unused headcount or paying for humans when they aren't needed. That's exactly why the support model itself has to evolve. AI soon will handle 60% or more of support tickets, and that's a good thing. But humans are still what decides loyalty to your brand. AI is clearly unmatched at handling volume, repetitive queries, or simple issues. Humans are unmatched at nuance, emotion, judgment, and trust-building moments that define and determine how customers remember the experience. The winning model isn't more humans or more AI. It's an elastic human layer that expands instantly when those moments arise. AI-led routing ensures that the interactions that truly require empathy reach a human. Everything else is resolved faster, automatically, and at scale. This creates a digital-first, human-available support experience. Always on, always efficient, but never cold when it matters most. That's the foundation of the Sirius humanizing AI support framework. AI drives efficiency, but humans deliver empathy. And elasticity ensures that you're never overpaying for either. A major challenge is that support volume is no longer predictable. It's 4x more volatile than it's ever been. Zendesk data shows this volatility increases across industries, and it's not slowing down. Seasonal spikes, product launches, promotions, sudden AI misrouting now create surges that arrive faster and last shorter, making them nearly impossible to staff for in advance. The problem is that fixed headcount assumes stability. When volume dips, you're paying for idle cost. When volume spikes, hiring freezes and long ramp times prevent you from scaling fast enough. And during those volume shocks, quality suffers, wait times increase, SLAs slip, and customer trust erodes. And that's exactly why CFOs are pushing towards a cost elastic support model. Models that flex with demand instead of fighting it. Elastic support isn't a nice to have anymore. It's the only structure that matches how support demand actually behaves today. Elastic support fundamentally changes the cost structure of human support. Traditional models force you to staff for peak demand. Elastic support flips that. Deloitte estimates that up to a 60% reduction in human costs by shifting to a consumption-based model. You pay only for the human interactions that are actually handled. No retainer, no bench, no idle time, and agents waiting for volume to arrive. Because capacity is elastic, you scale instantly. There's no hiring cycles, no training delays, and no scrambling when volume does arrive. AI-led routing plays a critical role here. It resolves what it can autonomously and routes only true empathy moments to human experts, where judgment and care matter most. That means idle cost disappears entirely. When demand drops, spend drops with it. And because the human layer is global by design, you get follow-the-sun coverage without building regional teams or expanding headcount. The result is simple. You deliver empathy only when it's needed, at scale, and at a cost structure that finally matches how modern support actually operates. AI-only support is no longer just a customer experience risk. It's also becoming a regulatory risk. The Technology Policy Institute and other groups are signaling growing concern around fully automated support environments. We're seeing real momentum towards federal right to human agent, while states continue to tighten requirements around AI disclosure, transparency, and accountability. In that context, AI-only support models are increasingly becoming flagged as high risk, especially when there's no clear escalation path or human oversight. Regulators are now expecting traceability, audit logs, quality assurance evidence, and documented human involvement when automation fails. The challenge in doing this without reverting to expensive headcount models is absolutely there. A pay-per-ticket human partner gives you built-in compliance, human access when it's required, documented oversight, and auditability, without fixed overhead or idle costs. This is how teams stay ahead of regulation without slowing innovation. And this shift is being led by finance. 68% of CFOs now favour variable cost staffing models for 2026, and support is squarely in the spotlight. They want cost tied directly to actual ticket volume, not forecasts, not averages, not for peak assumptions that rarely hold true. With a variable model, idle capacity costs disappear entirely. When tickets drop, spend drops. When volume rises, capacity flexes without financial surprises. Just as important, CFOs expect audit-ready reporting and traceability, clear visibility into what was handled by whom and at what cost. That combination delivers what finance teams care about most: predictability, controllable spend in an unpredictable demand environment. As a result, variable cost support is quickly becoming the preferred operating model. And with Sirius, it's simple. You only pay for results that are actually handled and nothing more. The winning support model for 2026 isn't AI or humans. It's AI plus elastic humans working together by design. Gartner shows this model delivers up to 3x faster resolution times because each interaction is handled by the right layer from the start. AI is great at resolving 50 to 70% of tier 0 or tier 1 issues, deflecting volume, reducing handle time, and keeping queues clear. But when there's emotion, complexity, or escalations, humans are layered in its intentionality, not as a fallback, but as a strategic capacity. Elastic capacity absorbs spikes automatically, so surges never slow customers down, and teams never scramble to catch up. Because the model is global by default, you get that consistent follow-the-sun coverage built in without regional teams. And the outcome is clear: higher CSAT, faster resolution, and lower cost, all at the same time. Here's the power of humanizing AI support approach. AI for speed and scale, humans for trust and empathy. Elasticity makes it all work together. So let's summarize the shift we're making. On the left is the traditional in-house model: fixed staffing, fixed costs, and a constant struggle to match headcount with the unpredictable ticket demands. You're paying even when the demand dips. You're continuously hiring, training, coverage gaps, nights, weekends, global hours never really go away. On the right-hand side is our Sirius model. Instead of staffing for what might happen, you pay only for what does happen. Capacity expands or contracts automatically with real ticket demand. There's no hiring pipeline, no scheduling complexity, and global coverage is built in. The result is cleaner economics, lower operational risk, and more consistent quality because the model flexes with your volume, not with your forecasts. As elastic support emerges, to meet the unpredictable support moments, we're seeing many organizations actually fall somewhere in the middle. They have more of a hybrid model with a core in-house team in place, and then added to them an elastic human support layer designed to meet specific requirements of their business. If you want to quantify the impact, we've got a great ROI calculator on the Sirius website. The link is also on the slide. It shows exactly how much you can save with an elastic, pay-when-needed human support layer. So now, a case study from one of our clients. Phi is a perfect example of what that modern support needs to look like. They're in hypergrowth, which means support volume spikes were constant and unpredictable. Traditional staffing simply couldn't keep up. Their AI was already deflecting the majority of tickets, handling routine issues at scale. But when it came to pet safety and the emotionally charged situations, human empathy was absolutely critical. And that's where we stepped in. Within days, we deployed an elastic human support layer, giving them instant capacity without hiring, training, or overbuilding a team. Because the model is pay per ticket, Phi only pay for the human interactions we actually handle. No idle cost, no wasted spend. Even during peak season, the results spoke for themselves. 98% CSAT, faster SLAs, and lower overall support costs. This is exactly what happens when AI handles volume, humans handle empathy, and elasticity keeps everything aligned. So I know we're already partway through January, but as you finalize your 2026 support strategy, this is the moment to take a step back and ask a few critical questions. Is your support model flexible enough to scale? Are your costs aligned to actual demand? And are you prepared for what's coming next, from sudden volume shifts to evolving human support regulations? To help you answer these questions, we provide 4 complementary resources designed to give you clarity and direction. First, the elastic support model self-assessment helps you evaluate whether your current support structure is built for today's on-demand reality, or if it's time to evolve. Next, the ROI calculator allows you to quickly model potential cost savings and understand the financial impact of moving to a more elastic pay-when-needed support approach. We also know that demand is rarely predictable, and so our surge readiness checklist helps you assess and prepare your team for the volume increases before your customer experience is impacted. And finally, as regulatory expectations and human support mandates continue to expand, the regulatory readiness checklist helps you identify risk and ensure your support operation is prepared to meet compliance requirements with confidence. All of the webinar registrants will receive a follow-up email with the direct links to each of those free resources, so you can explore them in your own time. You'll also have the option to book a one-on-one conversation with me if you'd like to discuss what those results mean for your organization. Thank you for spending time with us today. We look forward to helping you shape a smarter, more resilient 2026 support playbook, one that's ready for growth, change, and the evolving expectations of your customers. The real question to leave you with is this: Are you truly ready to take the next step in modernizing your customer support function? And do you have the right human support model in place to support what comes next?